Hey everybody, what's going on? Well, as a person who lives about 30 minutes outside San Francisco, I'm super stoked with this new initiative that's building over there. If you're not familiar with San Francisco, don't drive there because if you leave your car unattended for more than about 5 minutes, there's a good chance that homeless people are going to break into it and have a soup kitchen up in there. And that's considering that you're lucky enough to even be able to drive around San Francisco, considering how gridlocked the entire place is. You got people sleeping in the middle of the street these days. You've got homeless people on every square inch of public use at this point. If you ever drive down San Francisco's back alleyways, also be careful because your tires are probably going to get punctured with the vast amount of AIDS-riddled hypodermic needles all over the place. And all of this goes without saying, the place is covered in piss and shit. Quite literally. I mean, it's absolutely insane. So, I'm super duper stoked that there's a new initiative brewing within San Francisco itself to get rid of all of these major Oh, hold on, no, they're just gonna get rid of paper cups? Oh, that'll solve everything. Take a look at this over at Red State. San Fran, in a city covered with poop, we need to ban paper cups. If I came over to your house and you told me you were thinking about changing your wallpaper, and I happened to notice that there were hundreds of pounds of feces on the floor, I might suggest a different priority than getting rid of that outdated yellow and white stripes. But perhaps the acclimated citizens of San Francisco might be jazzed about a trip to Joan. In July of last year, the city's board of supervisors looked into banning straws. A year later, it was done. In August, the city's airport banned plastic water bottle sales. I guess dehydration's better than an environmental apocalypse. Or is it? Regardless, in a city that's overrun with human waste, businesses are now 86ing their paper cups, and this is what they're going to be talking about. You have all these San Francisco officials, right? They're going to be in some sort of board of supervisors meeting, and they're going to be, first of all, they're going to be wondering what the hell that faint smell of piss and shit is in the air, but this is what they're going to be going over, banning paper cups, right? Right now, what you have is a bunch of high-end cafe boutique places selling their coffee, and they're saying, you know, we're going to get rid of paper cups, but this will become a statewide initiative in the future. We'll talk about that later, but these high-end places, what they're talking about is getting rid of paper cups and doing reusable, right? If you can't bring in your own glass jar, you can rent a mug. Imagine a place like San Francisco where they keep telling everybody that AIDS is fine, AIDS is totally fine. Hey, you're missing out if you're not banging dudes with HIV and these people are all sharing Hep C needles and stuff like this. Now you're all going to be sharing coffee mugs, man. They're going to be sipping out of these and returning them at the front counter. And you think I'm joking, but no, that's the plan these people are thinking of doing over there. And no, I'm not joking. Take a look at this. At Blue Bottle, customers who don't bring their own mug can pay a deposit, likely to be between $3 and $5 for a cup they can keep or return for a refund. Otherwise, as Fox puts it, a number of places are replacing cups with everything from glass jars to rental mugs and bring your own cup policies. Glass jars, that's progress. Yep, so that's right, add that to the decor of San Francisco, boys. Broken glass, so when you're dodging the piss and the shit and the homeless people and the hypodermic needles, another obstacle thrown in your way thanks to these piss-smelling, dreadlock-having hippies in San Francisco and Berkeley, all this kind of nonsense out there. None of this is going to work. Banning plastic, the straws and the bags, that didn't do anything for you assholes, right? There's still that stuff all over the place, all over your beaches, all over the streets, all over your parks, all that kind of stuff. Banning cups isn't going to do anything. This is that perpetual nonsense of these lefties out there where they think if they pass a new law, it looks like they're actually doing something, when in reality, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's like watering your lawn while your fucking house is on fire. You go, I'm watering my lawn. My lawn won't catch on fire now. Now, this is absolutely stupid. There's nothing inherently wrong with these plastic bags or these plastic straws or these paper cups, man. No. The bigger issue is with you San Francisco climate tards over there just throwing them all over the place. They've banned all this stuff It's still there. It's still all over the parks. They'll ban paper cups next. That's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. They're still going to have paper cups all over the place. And meanwhile, there's going to be tons and tons and tons of broken glass all over the place now. And then they'll say, well, no, now we just got to ban all of glass. These people will keep going in this stupid direction. And heads up to the rest of California, this is how this stuff always starts, right? With the plastic straws and the plastic bags, that stuff always starts in San Francisco. And it's like, oh, look at these companies. They're not going to use it anymore. And then the lawmakers all flock to this and they go, oh, we should just make this a law for all of California's, and then it spreads to the rest of the place. And so, while you can't have a plastic straw or plastic bag in San Francisco, you can sit in the middle of the street and you can shoot up your meth, and that's totally fine. As long as you don't use a paper cup to ask for spare change to collect it in, right, so you can then buy your meth, you'll be totally fine in San Francisco next year. Now, this is stupid. Everybody sees through this. These climate tards out there need to look like they're actually doing something, when in reality, they're doing absolutely nothing. This is going to fuck up all the really small businesses over there. All the small coffee chains aren't going to be able to deal with this, because this is all cost-increasing measures that little places aren't going to be able to offset. And it's going to put them right out of business. This is an economic attack. But of course, lefties can't see this because they're financially inept. But anyway, boys, thank you so much for watching the video and supporting the channel. If you want to be kept up to date with the criminal runnings of these corrupt Democrat-run shitholes out there, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make way, boys, because the salt must flow.